Hey, this is Charisse Monè't, and welcome to A Word on Books. I've been listening to a lot of heavy stuff lately, and I decided I wanted to go with a comedy. So I went to my Overdrive account, logged into my Monè't online, to my Canton library, and browsed their comedy audiobook section, and came up with something called Other People's Houses. So it wasn't a comedy. Not at all. Don't know how it got labeled a comedy, but it wasn't a comedy. This book was called Other People's Houses, and the author was Abby Waxman. I've never listened to anything by Abby Waxman. The narrator was Saskia Marleveld, and I apologize if I'm butchering that, but Saskia, great narrator. I enjoyed the narration. I always like it when I'm listening to a narrator and I feel like each character is a little bit different or just enough for me to know based on attitude or inflection that it's someone different. So good job. This was 10 hours long, and as I said, it was listed as a comedy. It's a relatively new book. It actually just came out this month, April 2018, and it was released on Penguin Random House Audio. So, again, not a comedy. But nonetheless, it was an enjoyable book. The book was 10 hours. It didn't seem like that. I never looked to see how long the book is when I download it. I always look to see how long it is after I've listened to it. The only time I might sneak and look is if it's taking me forever to listen to it. Then I'm questioning the book all the way through. However, this book was 10 hours long. I found it to be enjoyable. I feel like I knocked it out in about 4 days while doing some household chores and some shopping and a little exercise here and there. The book was primarily about 3 households within a neighborhood. It was other people mentioned in the neighborhood, but it was, 4 households. And in one household, it was the mom that kind of drove the kids to and from school. She was kind of a homebody, cooked or whatever, dealing with a teenage daughter with an attitude. Seemed to have a good relationship with her husband. And had a son and a daughter. Then there was a lesbian couple that had a son, and one of the wives wanted another child but didn't want to mention it to the other wife. The other wife was very successful, an actress. So there was an issue there. So you had that issue on the burner. Then there was a wife that had an affair and got caught via messages that on her iPad that came up on her phone and her iPad, and her husband happened to be looking at her iPad at the time she was having this issue on her phone. So you had that, and there were 2 children there. And then there was a single well, it wasn't a single dad, but there was a dad that was raising a son by himself, and it paints the picture that mom just up and left. So, but mom had some other issues that were going on. So, I think with everything I've said, kind of hadn't heard anything that was really comedic about this book. It was just other people's houses and their drama. That's what this book was about. Other people's houses and their drama. Other than the classification, it was a pretty good book. I was looking for something light. I was looking some laugh out loud, Ivanovich, or just something that was really light, and this wasn't it. Nonetheless, I did finish the book. I enjoyed the book. I would say that it was a good book. It was about 3.5 glasses. Cheers. 3.5. Ways better with olives. But 3.5 glasses. So check it out. But it's not a comedy. I appreciate that Miss Waxman, when I looked it up, it had it listed as women's fiction. So it's not to say a man wouldn't enjoy it, but I don't understand that. Women's fiction. That's what it was listed at. Before I sign off and thank you all and appreciate you all, I want to take a quick minute and thank Rael for, trimming me up a bit, getting his hair together, and doing my makeup, trying to make me look young as I'll be 50 years old about time you see this video. So, shout out to Rael. She has her own YouTube channel. I'll make sure to try to put the name of it in the comments. She has some really wonderful tips on makeup. And with that, I want to just please keep asking you to subscribe and reminding you over and over and over again that without you, there is no me. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope at whatever point in the week that you catch this, that the rest of your week and the week following is absolutely amazing. Thank you, and have a good evening. Bye.